grabbing that chair. If you use pillows, grabbing the pillows. If you use blocks, grabbing your blocks, having those blocks ready. A strap if you need that. And finding ourselves at the center or front edge of our chair. If you've got an injury or if you're getting over an illness or you've got some other stuff going on, always feel free to use the support at the back of the chair. So that is, I invite you to do that. That is the beauty of using the chair. You can use it for as much support or as little support as you need, as works for you, as is challenging for you or not challenging. All right, sitting ourselves up nice and tall. Let's go ahead and lengthen through our spine. So maybe you are imagining your tailbone pointing down towards the flat part of the chair, towards the seat of your chair, and then stacking each vertebrae on top of the other. That rib cage starts to get nice and lifted. Oh, crown of the head lifts so that that head is just like stacked right on that spine. Sitting ourselves up nice and tall. And you might be rocking from side to side or front to back. You might be gripping the floor with your feet or whatever you've got underneath you, carpet or the mat. So let's begin to roll our shoulders back, and you can have those arms as involved as you want, or you don't have to have them involved at all. You can have your hands resting on your thighs, or you can use those arms and make some circles. Again, listening to your body. Every day is different. Every yoga practice is an adventure because every day is different. So today you get to figure out, wow, okay, where am I sore at? What am I challenging myself with? And these warm-up times are just that perfect time to figure that out. Go ahead and roll those shoulders the other way. Be like, to start taking stock, checking in with yourself, checking in, oh, where am I? Do I have soreness? Do I have tightness? Do I feel really good today? Start with that mental check-in and then that body check-in. So you're finding that awareness. Good, let's go ahead and shrug those shoulders up to the ears and then go ahead and release that down. Oh yeah. All right, shrug that up again and then release that down. And let's do that again. Shrug that up and then release that down. Very nice. Drop our chin to our chest. Wow. Oh, always, man. Back of the neck and the traps. So the upper back. Maybe you're feeling that. I feel like the base of my skull, in my traps, in the back of my neck. Lift our head to center and let's lift those eyes to sky. So you don't want to take your head all the way up. Kind of lift your eyes first and then just tilting that chin up. So lifting that up, eyes are lifted. Good, drop our chin back to chest. And then our eyes to sky. And chin to chest. And eyes to sky. Head to neutral, roll our shoulders back. And roll those shoulders forward. Good. Take our arms, imagine you have 50-pound weights in each one of those hands and let those arms dangle by your side. Another reason why I like to use the chair, because look at the height we get here. And just this imaginary, holding these imaginary weights can be super helpful in beginning to lengthen through that neck, through the back, through the shoulders. So we've got this nice lengthening. We've got these nice heavy arms. Let's look over to our left. So let's look left first today. Woo! Maybe your head doesn't go very far, or maybe you're able to get a nice rotation. I'm really working on that. Oh, I feel that all the way down the spine. Wow. Good. Bring this back to center, and then let's look over to the right. Same thing. Maybe recognizing one side has better rotation than the other, or maybe you've got equal rotation today. These recognitions, this body awareness, so valuable, so important for everyday life. So when you practice this in your yoga practice, just recognizing what's going on with yourself, if you're ever stressed out in normal life, like all of a sudden something stressful happens, you can take that body awareness and bring that into that situation as well. Let's drop our chin down to chest. So in everyday life, you can all of a sudden stop and be like, ooh, where am I feeling this event at? This stressful thing that just happened? What did that just trigger in my body? Let's lift our eyes to sky. And you can use your breathing and your movement that you know from yoga to bring yourself back to the present, and then just to take on the rest of the event, whatever has happened. Good, bring that back to center. Let's add in a sun breath here. Let's inhale and sweep this up. And exhale that out. Oh, sun breath is good. Inhale and sweep this up. And exhale that out. And inhale and sweep this up. Let's drop our right hand down to the right side of the chair. And let's lean. So leaning over to the right. Our left arm is helping us to lean. Right hand, arm supportive on the seat of the chair. That feels good. Good. Inhale and lift this up. And let's drop our left hand down to the left side of the chair. Lean. Leaning with that right arm to the left. Good. And breathe. Good. Inhale and lift this up. As we exhale, let's either hold to the back of the chair, the seat of the chair, or clasp your hands behind you, depending on how warm your joints are and your muscles are and your flexibility today. We'll do this a few times, so don't worry if you can't get your hands behind you yet. You'll get there, or maybe you won't. Again, every day's different. We've got those hands behind us, or you're holding on to the back of the chair. Let's go ahead and now look, we're going to look to the right. Let's look over right. And then let's look over to the left. Bring this back to center. Good, release those arms, shake that out. Inhale and sweep this up. Clasp our hands at the top, press our palms to the ceiling. Let's lengthen right here, up through our arms, up through our torso, up through our rib cage. And we'll do a few deep breaths here, our big sigh breaths, where we activate that nervous system, that autonomic nervous system. Let's inhale it deeply here. And exhale, big sigh out. And you can let that sigh go on as long as you need to. Let's inhale it again. And exhale, big sigh out. And inhale it again. And exhale, big sigh out. Good. Bring those arms out in front of us. Actually, no, let's bring those arms back to the top. We brought them down just for a little blood flow. And let's reach our fingers for the ceiling. Let's go ahead and walk our legs over to the right. And let's get that really, really wonderful spinal twist in. So let's take our hands and let's reach our hands for the top of the seat of the chair or back of your seat of your chair. And use the hands holding that back chair as leverage to get that wonderful spinal twist here. Twist as deep into this as feels good for you. Oh, and you might need to add some movement today. I'm adding movement to a lot of my poses because apparently I need the extra little nuance of the, a little bit more. Let's breathe it here. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. And big deep inhale. And big deep exhale. Wow. Good. Reach those arms back up. Reaching our fingers up towards the ceiling. Let's walk those feet back to center. And then let's go ahead and walk our feet, walk our legs over to the left. Hands go to the back of the seat of the chair. And use the leverage on this side. Equally as tight for me. Yay. It's really good. Breathe into that. Let's inhale it deeply. And exhale that out. And inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. This is one of the ones I like to think of as, this is the traffic stretch. This is the, if you drive a lot or you're down in Southern California traffic, this is one that's just gonna help you so much. So much. I always forget how crazy it is down there, especially this time of year. Let's reach up through those hands, through those arms, and lift up towards the sky. We're back to center. Very nice. Let's go ahead and take those hands, and we're going to take our hands facing them inwards. Our fingers are facing inwards. And let's go ahead and round our spine to make a nice round here, and then open this up. So this is a supported seated cat and cow. So we're rounding this, and then open that chest, arching. Round that spine, and arch that back. And round that spine, and arch that back. And round that spine, and opening up that chest. Very nice. Very good. Let's inhale and sweep this up. And let's exhale to our arms halfway. We see them out of our peripheral vision. Go ahead and open this up, make some fists, roll this in. It's an exaggerated bicep curl. A couple more seated cat and cow here with these arms. So let's go ahead and open this up, arch that back, and then let's go ahead and round this elbows together. So inhale and open, exhale and round. We'll do two more like this. Inhale and open, exhale and round. One more, inhale and open, and exhale and round. Good, bring that back nice and neutral, opening that back up and press those palms down. Roll our shoulders back. Thank goodness we warmed up those shoulders, right? All right, drop our chin back to chest. Take our right ear to right shoulder, chin to chest, and then left ear to left shoulder. And neck half circles here, taking this from side to side. Oh yeah. And you can go as slow here as feels good for you. Good, drop that chin back to chest. Lift that head to center. Roll our shoulders back and roll those shoulders forward. All right, let's go into our seated sun salutations. So go ahead and place your blocks. If you're using blocks, place them where you want them for these seated sun salutations. I'm going to move myself back a little bit, like here. There we go. All right, so sitting ourselves up tall. We're at the center or the front center of our chair. Let's inhale and sweep those arms up nice and big. Let's exhale, dive it down and over into a seated forward fold. If this is painful for your back, always feel free to have a pillow between your thighs and your belly. That can be very, very helpful if you've got some back issues going on. Let's go ahead, and we are in this nice seated forward fold. Let's inhale, pressing into those blocks, lengthening through our arms. Oh, such a nice long spine. Tailbone is pointed down to the seat of the chair. We're lengthened through that spine, lengthen through those arms, crown of the head lifting towards the ceiling. Release this here. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale, big breath up. Sweep those arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen halfway. Good, exhale and release. Inhale and sweep this up, big arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep those arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen, holding this here, holding this nice and long, lengthening through our spine. Let's take that right hand, press it into that block. Let's open to the left. And as always, this is our first spinal twist with that arm opening. If your arm isn't going to go there, that's okay. Ooh, yeah. Because we're going to do this twice on each side. So maybe this time your arm, shoulder mobility is not there yet. It's okay. We're still warming everything up. Good. Breathing it here. And then go ahead and release that down. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep those arms up. As we exhale, adding on something different here, we're going going to clasp our hands behind us or hold onto the back of the chair. So now do a different opener here. Woo. Wow, breathe it. That's very good. Let's look to the left, look to the right. Back to center. Release our arms, shake that out. Inhale and sweep this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Hold this here. Right hand again is going to press into that block. Let's now lift this open. Maybe you've got a little more lift or maybe you've got a little more rotation. And breathe. And you can even let that arm move with that breath, because on that exhale, you might be able to get a little bit more extension, or even on the inhale too. Good, release this and relax. Nice, inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. We're gonna do that back, take our arms back behind us again on this exhale. So take those hands back behind us as you exhale. Clasp those hands or reaching for the back of the chair. Opening this up. Good, let's look to the right and look to the left. Back to center. Wow. Release that, shake that out. Inhale and sweep this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Hold this lengthening. Now we've got that left hand, press it into block. Let's open to the right. Use that breath here, inhaling and exhaling. Feel that back rib cage. Feel that front rib cage. Just feel the rib cage. Oh yeah. This side, I do feel different. Yeah, in the sense that not as strong as the other side. Very interesting today. Go ahead and release that and relax. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep this up. As we exhale, clasp our hands behind us again, opening up that chest. Either clasping, if you can't get that clasp, that's okay, holding onto the back of your chair. Look to the left, look to the right. And back to center. Good, release those arms, shake that out. Inhale and sweep this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Good, let's press that left hand back into that block. Let's open that right side again and breathe it here. Inhaling and exhaling. Maybe you've got a little bit more opening here. Maybe your shoulder's a little warmer, a little more open. And go ahead and release that. Very nice. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep this up. We're going to take those arms behind us one more time, either clasping or holding the back of the chair. Let's open that chest. Woo. Good. Look to the right again. And then look to the left. Head back to center. Drop our chin to chest. And then eyes to sky. And bring that back to center. Good, release those arms. Inhale and sweep this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Bring our hands to prayer. Exhale our hands to heart. Good, we've got our seated spinal twist here. And we've got that nice deep hinge at our hips. So let's inhale it deeply here, sitting ourselves up tall. And exhale, hinge and twisting over to the left. That right elbow, right tricep, trying to get to that left thigh. Nice seated spinal twist here. That feels so good on my lats and especially on my shoulder blades. Those, wow, the scapula. Yeah. Those angel wings. That feels really, really good. Breathe it here. Good, bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, release. Inhale and sweep this up. Bring our hands to prayer. Let's exhale those hands back to heart. Very nice. Sitting ourselves up tall. Lengthening up through that spine. Inhale it deeply here. Let's exhale, hinge deeply, twisting to the right. That left tricep, left elbow, trying to get over to that right thigh. Not as much mobility on this side as the other side. My elbow's having a harder time getting over to my thigh. That's okay. Again, I blame Southern California traffic. Breathe it here, inhale and exhale. And let's bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep this up. Bring those hands to prayer. And let's exhale our hands down to heart. Very nice. And we can release that, shake that out. All right. So let's go for that lower body. Let's get into our core and into our legs. So finding ourselves in one of our most difficult poses that we do in any of our practices. Chair yoga, regular traditional yoga. It's our staff pose. Let's lengthen through those legs. Let's go ahead and reach up through those arms. And let's breathe it here. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. Big deep inhale. And exhale it out. One more time. Big deep inhale. And exhale it out. Releasing our arms down. You can hold on to that seat or hands can be to thighs. Our feet are nice and flexed. We're going to go ahead and do a hamstring curl in and a leg extension out. Let's go for 8 here. So let's curl this in and extend. There's 8. Curl this in and extend. There's 7. Curl this in and extend. There's 6. Curl this in and extend. There's 5. Curl this in and extend. There's 4. Curl this in and extend. There's 3. Curl this in and extend. There's 2. We're going to hold our next one. Curl this in and extend. Hold this extension. Go ahead and point those toes and flex those feet. Point your toes, flex your feet. Point your toes, flex your feet. Point your toes and flex your feet. Good. We're going to release our left leg, scoot ourselves forward. Our right leg is still lifted into a modified one-legged boat pose. We're leaning back, trying not to touch our back to the back of the chair yet. We're just holding this. So we're using our core here. We've got this nice boat. Let's do a breath here. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Good. You can throw an ankle rotation in there. Ooh, that feels good. And then rotate it the other way. Very nice. And we're going to add in that piriformis. So let's go ahead and take this ankle. Place it onto that thigh. Posture doesn't have to be great yet. We're going to work on our posture in a moment. You can be however you need to be to let that hip, oh goodness gracious, hip flexor, hip, outer hip, glutes to wake that up. Open that up, wake that up. Yeah. Very nice. All right, now we're going to add in that posture. So let's go ahead and scoot ourselves to the back of our chair and let's take ourselves to the back of our chair. So our back is leaning up against the back of the chair. And from here, go ahead with that nice posture, with that lifted spine, go ahead and hinge yourself forward and find that space that you get to where you're stretching that right before your shoulders begin to round, right before you come out of that alignment. And that's going to be your goal for our breathing and movement. So finding that spot, where you maybe today it's comfortably uncomfortable. I was going to say painful. It's not painful. It's comfortably uncomfortable, or it's just plain uncomfortable. You just don't want it painful. It can be uncomfortable. That's fine. Just not painful. Oh, All right, so now let's add in that breath. Let's inhale it deeply here, nice and tall, really nice posture. Exhale right to that space, right before those shoulders start to round. And maybe with your breath, you can get even further in that before you lose your alignment. Let's inhale it up tall again. And exhale, hinge. And inhale it up tall. And exhale, hinge. And inhale it up tall. And exhale, hinge. And one more time, inhale it up tall. And exhale, hinge. Wow. Very, very nice. Good. All right, let's bring this to center. Let's go ahead and take that foot, cross this over into half shoelace. So that right heel is going over to the left corner of the seat of the chair. Nice half shoelace here. Let's wrap, arm around, and twist. Twisting to the right and breathe. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. And inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. Good, let's twist this the other way. So that right arm is just nicely holding that right leg. And twisting to the left. Breathe it here, inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. Oh, wonderful. Good, bring this back to center. And let's go ahead and release that leg. Shake that out. Scoot ourselves forward. We've got everything we just did on the right leg. We're going to do it all over on the left side. So we've got our staff pose. Let's go ahead and lengthen back up through our legs and reach and lengthen up through our arms. Got our nice staff pose here. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And big deep inhale and exhale it out. Let's do one more time here. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Releasing those arms. Very nice. All right, let's go ahead and bring those legs in, and then you've got that extension. We're going to count it down now. It's from 8. So curl this in and extend. There's 8. Curl this in and extend. There's 7. Curl this in and extend. There's 6. Curl this in and extend. There's 5. Curl this in and extend. There's 4. Curl this in and extend. There's 3. Curl this in and extend. There's 2. Curl this in. We're going to hold our next extension and extend. Hold this. Good. Point those toes. Flex those feet. Point those toes. Flex those feet. Point those toes. Flex those feet. Point those toes and flex those feet. I don't know about you, my quads and my hip flexors are on fire. Let's release that right leg. Scoot ourselves forward. Left leg stays lifted. Leaning this back into that boat pose, modified boat. Modified boat. Let's breathe it here. Inhale it. And exhale it. You can rotate that ankle. And rotate the other way. That feels really good. Very nice. Good. And then let's go ahead and take that ankle to that thigh. And again, posture, it can be a mess. Mine's a mess right now. Just because we are doing this initial figure four, this piriformis stretch right here for that hip flexors, for that outer hip, outer thigh. Just finding, oh yeah, a little bit of opening there. Good. All right, let's go ahead and scoot this back to the back of the seat of the chair, sitting ourselves up tall, finding our nice posture now. Now we really want to use that posture. And let's hinge this forward. So finding that space before your shoulders start to round. And it may be easier on one side than the other, or maybe more difficult, or maybe it's the same on both sides. This side feels a little better than the other side. The tears aren't coming to my eyes as quickly as it was on the other side. Good, let's sit ourselves up nice and tall and we'll add in that breath. Let's inhale it here and exhale, hinge. Inhale it up tall and exhale, hinge. And inhale it up tall and exhale, hinge. One more time. Inhale it up tall and exhale, hinge. Very nice. Ooh, holding this here. Good. And then let's go ahead and release that. Let's take this into half shoelace on this side. So taking that heel, left heel over to the right corner of the chair. Let's wrap that right arm around. Ooh, and get that nice stretch for that hip, outer thigh, different part of the hip, a little bit of the hamstring, or a lot of the hamstring. Got this nice twist here. And this is always a nice, good scapula stretch too. Just hold that, hooking that arm around that leg. Wow, that's a big opener for that back too. Not forgetting to breathe, not forgetting to know that that breath is what's going to help us, especially if we're very tight. Go ahead and twist it the other way. It's going to help smooth out those muscles, get oxygen to those joints and muscles, get the blood flowing throughout the entire body. Good. And bringing this back to center, very nice. Give that a nice big hug. Very good, and release that. Good, shake that out. Let's scoot ourselves over to the left side of the chair. And let's take our left leg behind us and find our supported crescent. So our front knee is bent, our back leg is lengthened behind us. Heel stays lifted. And let's reach up through those arms. So lengthening up here, getting that nice stretch through the abdominals, through the groin, through the quadricep, hip flexor quadricep, back through the calf. Reaching up through this, very nice. Lengthen. And just this reach is getting a slight back bend. So we're automatically getting some back work in here too as well. Let's go ahead and drop that right hand down to the right side of the seat of the chair. Let's lean this over. Reach and breathe. Very nice. And let's go ahead and twist this. So twisting to the left, that right hand is just on that thigh, or it can be on your hip. Left hand is on that hip. And you're looking to the side, or if you're working on some neck mobility, or if it feels good for you to stretch that way, you can be looking back behind you. You can even look back at your heel. That's a good spinal twist right there. Breathe it. Inhale and exhale. Wonderful. Bring this to center. Let's go ahead and bring that leg up onto the seat of the chair. Taking our left leg off to the side. Toes are either out to the front, in, or off to the side. So whatever feels best for you in this modified gait pose. Lengthening through that. This is such a good inner thigh stretch today. Reach up through that. Oh yeah. Lengthen, lengthen. And let's go ahead and drop that right hand again to the right side of the seat of the chair. And let's lengthen over through this side. From our fingers, nice and long line all the way down to those toes or that heel, whichever one is the furthest away from you. If you're working on your ankle mobility and you've got your toes brought in, maybe your heel's the furthest away. If not, maybe your toes are the furthest away. I have my toes furthest today. That feels good. Let's windmill the arm to the back of the thigh or that quadricep, just not on the knee joint. And let's reach over and breathe. And then go ahead and release that. Let's turn ourselves, take ourselves into that pigeon, supported pigeon. We've got that front leg nice and supported in this wonderful, even a deeper piriformis right here. We've got that hip flexor. Let's reach up through center. Back heel is lifted. And we're going to take this into a forward fold. So whatever that fold looks like for you, either on those hands, on those elbows, or all the way forward. I use the support of a block and all the way forward. And I can't quite get my arms all the way down to the floor. And breathe. Remembering to keep our back leg aware, awake, active. It can be really easy to let everything kind of just fall asleep here. Keep that back leg lifted, active, or the toe pressed into the floor and heel lifted. Back leg active. Good. Breathe it here. And lift this back up. Lengthen up through those arms, through those fingers. So good. And release that. Very nice. Let's take ourselves into our little warrior series. Not little, our warrior series. We've got that front knee bent. We've got that back leg nice and strong and straight. We've got our torso very strong. We've got our legs, feet planted firmly. We're lengthening through our arms. Strong arms, strong torso, strong chest, strong neck, strong face, relaxed face, strong rest of the body. Good. Breathe it here. Let's drop that back arm. Take our palm up. Peaceful warrior. Reaching up through that and breathe. And let's take this to side angle. Bringing that arm down, reaching that other arm over. Lengthen here and breathe. And bring ourselves up, lengthen through that, lengthen through those arms. And release. Good. Very nice. Oh, let's take ourselves to the other side. So let's move ourselves over to our right side. Take our right leg behind us. Left leg is in front, knee is bent. Finding our supported crescent on this side. So reaching up through this, lengthening up through our arms, through our torso, lengthening back through the leg. And let's go ahead and drop that left hand to the left side of the chair. And let's reach this over. Breathe. And let's switch this, or not switch this. Let's take this to that nice twist. Back heel still is lifted. Hands to the hips or that front hand to the thigh. And maybe you're able to look back behind you, maybe not. Oh, this side. My neck is always so much tighter on this side. Breathe it here. Very nice. Bring this back to center. And let's go ahead and give our left leg the seat of the chair. Let's take our leg off to the side and lengthen up through this. Reaching, reaching, and breathe. And let's go ahead and take that hand down and reach over and breathe. And let's go ahead and windmill that and reaching over to the other side, remembering that the hand that we windmill down, we want it either on the thigh or on the back of the leg, but just not on that knee joint, because it naturally wants to go right into that knee joint. Take that either in the back of the thigh or back of on the hamstring or that quadricep. And breathe. Good. Let's go ahead and turn this into that supported pigeon. Back heel is lifted. Front leg nice and supported by that chair. Let's reach up through those arms. So good. And we've got this forward fold. So taking this either those hands to those elbows or all the way forward, but whatever you did on the other side, remember to match it on this side. We want to work for that same amount of flexibility and mobility. Breathe it here. Use that breath. Inhale and exhale. Let's go ahead and lift ourselves back up. Reach up through this. Reach back up through that. Very nice. And release that. Good. Let's go ahead and take that leg off to the side. And we'll go into our warrior series on this side. So front knee is bent, back leg is nice and straight. Let's go ahead and open this up into that proud warrior. Warrior two. Strong legs, strong torso, strong chest, strong arms, strong neck, face is relaxed. Drop our back arm, take our palm up, peaceful warrior, reaching through this. And I'm going to take this into side angle, bringing the other arm over. Nice side angle right here, and breathe. And bring this up and reach and breathe. And release that. Good, let's go and bring our legs, or bring ourselves forward. Bring our blocks to the inside of our feet. Let's go ahead and take our right hand to our right block and let's open up that left side. Yes, that side is it's a little more open than it was at the beginning of the practice today. That always seems to happen with this one. Oh, but I definitely for sure feel it in my side rib cage today. In my lats and in my front abdominals. Breathe it. Again, a great time to take stock. Where are you feeling things at today? So checking in with yourself, checking in with your body, the interoception and the proprioception. That is the internal check-in, external check-in. Let's inhale and sweep this up. And then let's go ahead and drop that other hand down. Reach this open. So our right arm is open. And breathe. And inhale and sweep this up, and then go ahead and release that down. Very nice. Good. We can place those blocks where we want them because we have got our standing forward fold coming up. So we're in our seated pose still. Let's inhale and sweep this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Seated forward fold. I'm gonna move my chair back a little bit right here. There we go. All right. So planting our feet into the floor, hands on those blocks or hands on your shins, whatever, if you don't have blocks. And let's lift our glutes up off of the chair into our first standing forward fold of the practice. So our feet are nice and planted. Hands are either on our shins or on those blocks. We've got our legs lengthening behind us. Oh, so good. Or right underneath us. Let's inhale and lengthen into a tabletop. So that back is nice and flat in that wonderful tabletop. Arms are the legs of the table and the legs are the legs of the table. And then release that into that forward fold. Take a seat back in that chair. Inhale and sweep this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Lift our glutes up off of the chair. Standing forward fold. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Take a seat back in that chair. Inhale and sweep this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Lift our glutes up off of the chair. Nice lengthened legs. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Good. Take a seat back in that chair. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Lift our glutes up off of the chair. Standing forward fold. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Tabletop. Exhale and release. Take a seat back in that chair. Inhale and sweep this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, sitting our glutes or bringing our glutes up. Lengthen through our legs. Hold this here. In this forward fold, go ahead and exhale it too, because I had us inhale. So go ahead and exhale while we're still in this forward fold. And now let's inhale into a flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Keep this here. Inhale, sweep our arms up nice and big, nice tall mountain. Exhale, cactus our arms back. Oh, goodness. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, drive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep this up. Exhale, cactus our arms back. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep this up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale and lift. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. And let's exhale, cactus those arms right there. And then inhale and lift. And then release our arms to our sides. Very nice. Good. All right, let's go ahead and move that chair. We're going to take ourselves down onto our backs and go into our modified shoulder stand. Then we'll go into some stretching. And we'll do happy babies pose again. Today. It must be a thing, well, because I saw it, but the same guy that I took class from 2 weeks ago where he was like, happy babies pose, and I hadn't done it in forever. He keeps doing it. I'm like, hey, I'm a fan. We'll keep doing it too. All right, let's go ahead and take ourselves down onto the floor, grabbing whatever you need for your shoulder stand. So blocks, and then whatever you need for final relaxation when we get there. If you need an eye pillow, and then you also want to have a strap within reaching distance too, for when we stretch our legs a little bit. So let's scoot ourselves close to our chair, take our legs up onto the seat of the chair. Oh, that feels good right there. Oh. And let's go ahead and you've got that block, or you've got some stiff pillows, or a stack of books that you're covered with a blanket, because I can imagine books would be uncomfortable to have under your back if you don't have something covering them. But taking that block, whatever you're using for support, right underneath your sacrum, so right underneath that belt area of your low back, This helps us with our inversion. It helps us keep our legs in the air. You can also scoot yourself up against a wall if you need the support for your legs, and have your legs supported the whole time. Have them up against a wall. Otherwise, we've got our arms, palms facing up, and let's go ahead and lengthen up through those legs. Oh yeah, and just take advantage, enjoy this inversion, enjoy those legs being above the head, above the heart. Maybe you're rotating your ankles, maybe you're pointing and flexing your feet. Maybe your legs are lowering and you're bringing them in. Whatever feels best for you in this inversion. If you want movement, if you don't want movement. Oh, that feels good actually though. Sometimes the nice movement can feel really good. The pointing and the flexing, or the opening and the closing. Whatever feels best for you. But we've got a minute or so left of keeping our legs lifted. And this is always if you ever need more inversion time, take it. I've said this before, throw on a TV show or a podcast and stick your legs up in the air or up against a wall and just enjoy some inversion, because for 23 hours and 55 minutes of the rest of your day, you're on your feet, or, your feet are below you. But for this time, your feet, everything's opposite. We're doing great things for our circulation, for our endocrine system, for our lymphatic system. So good for that nervous system, super helpful for the mental health too. This can help slow things down, bring things into perspective. Good. Let's go ahead and release one leg and release the other leg. Very nice. Let's take our right ankle, place it onto our left thigh. Go ahead and press that inner left thigh away. And release that. Take that ankle to the other side. Press that left inner thigh away. And release that. Very nice. Let's go ahead and take that block out from underneath us. Move that chair away, move ourselves back. And let's grab that strap. Let's go ahead and take that strap around our right foot. Go ahead and pull that right knee into our chest. Oh, lengthen through that left leg. Goodness. Let's press up through that heel to the ceiling. Pull that right leg towards us. So use that strap to pull that leg towards you. Very nice. Let's keep our strap in our left hand and let's go ahead and do a deep twist. So let's drop this leg across the body in that nice deep twist. Maybe your right arm can come out to the right side and maybe you can look over to the right. Let's bring this leg back to center. Pull our leg towards us. Bend at our other leg. Release that strap. Good. Now let's go and take that strap around our left foot. Lengthen through our right leg. Knee is bent, left knee is bent, pulling that left knee in to our chest. And then press up through that heel to the ceiling. Pull the leg towards you. Keep the strap in your right hand. Drop that leg across. Left arm goes out and maybe you're able to look over to the left. Ooh. That's a good twist right there. And breathe. I can't. I blame the 405. I blame the 5. Breathe, breathe. Let's bring that leg back to center. Pull that towards us. Bend at the other leg. Release that. Very nice. Okay. So if you use a strap for your happy babies pose, keep that close to you. We're going to bend our knees, bring our knees in, bring our toes together, and reach our hands for our ankles. So we're just right here. We've got this nice butterfly, but it's on our back. So we've got our butterfly on our back. Now, you can use your strap here if you can't grab your toes. So feel free to grab that strap again, and we'll take this into happy babies with that strap. Otherwise, you've got your peace fingers grabbing for your big toes, and you are going to gently pull that down. So you're holding onto toes with those fingers, or you're using that strap. Or you can also pull your ankles here as well if that's better. But that holding onto those toes helps just pull that down even more. Maybe you're rocking it from side to side, or maybe you're just keeping it still. But don't forget to breathe. This is one of those ones that because we haven't been doing it for a while, it's really easy to hold the breath because it can be difficult. Good, let's go ahead and release one leg, release the other leg. And now we're gonna move into relaxation. Let's lengthen through our bodies towards one end of the room. Reach our fingers towards the other end of the room. Lengthen this here, inhale it deeply. As we exhale, let's sink and settle. Let our feet just fall open, naturally be open towards our feet are, yes, naturally just falling open off to the side. There we go. Those are the words I was looking for. Let's go ahead and bend at our knees. Maybe you can flatten your back by tucking your tailbone under. Maybe that flat back feels good. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe you have natural lordosis and natural arching in your spine where your spine does not flatten, and that is okay. So whatever feels best for you here. Let's go ahead and drop both of our knees over to our most comfortable side. Take ourselves onto our sides and a breath or two here. And then let's slowly press ourselves up, bring ourselves up into a seated pose that is strong and supportive for you. So whatever that looks like. I love this kneeling pose because I just love, it's like the cherry on top, that stretch in the front of the feet and ankles right there. So good, so good. All right, let's inhale and sweep this up. Bring our palms together. Exhale, eyes following our fingers. Take our chin down to the chest. Lift that head center. Take our fingers to forehead. As we leave today, let us think thoughts of truth. Take our fingers to our lips. As we leave today, let us speak words of love. And take our hands to our hearts. As we leave today, let our lives be a light of truth and a light of love, having hearts of compassion and mercy, knowing that we have not been given the spirit of fear, but the spirit of love and a sound and peaceful mind. Inhaling it deeply. And exhale it out. Let's do one more breath like that. Big, deep inhale. And big exhale. And thank you for joining me in the practice today. Have a blessed rest of your day. We'll see you next time.